Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our virtual launch event for the amazing, all-new, all-electric bZ4X. I'm Doug Ero, President and General Manager of Longo Toyota. We hope you and your family are doing great, and we can't thank you enough for joining us tonight. First, for those of you who don't know us, a little bit about Longo. We were established in 1967 and have been deeply involved with El Monte and the Southern California community ever since. Our roots were founded by hard work and the belief that honesty and integrity are the only way to conduct business. Thanks to our loyal guests, Longo has been the #1 Toyota dealer in America, and for that matter in the world, since 1967, over 56 years. In fact, it was during the fuel crisis of the 1970s, when gas-sipping Toyotas were selling at a premium, that Longo Toyota first became known for its never pay over MSRP policy, an approach to sales and a commitment to our community that we maintain today, especially during the global supply chain crisis that has impacted our inventory over the past few years. We are honored to have you as our guests and have a fun evening in store for you. It feels like electrified vehicles is a new trend that has come about during the past few years. But truth be told, electrification is nothing new at Longo. We've been selling electrified vehicles for over 2 decades, starting with the first generation Prius hybrid electric vehicle in 2001. We have sold over 40,000 electrified vehicles and currently sell 13 electrified models, including hybrid electric, plug-in electric, fuel cell electric, and now our first battery electric vehicle, the all-new 2023 bZ4X. We are pleased to provide you with a full detailed walk-around on this exciting new model tonight. But here are some quick highlights. EPA estimated range up to 252 miles for the XLE front-wheel drive. A new available all-wheel drive system packaged in a sleek SUV design. Spacious tech-inspired interior with abundant legroom and Toyota's famous quality and dependability. Most importantly, it's a key tool in the electrification lineup by Toyota, furthering their global commitment toward carbon neutrality. Toyota's commitment to carbon neutrality is deeply embedded into our DNA. Even the name for this beautiful electric vehicle behind me represents this initiative. bZ stands for Beyond Zero, Toyota's drive to achieve zero carbon emissions. As a leader in electrification, Toyota's introduction of bZ4X represents the first of a global series of battery electric vehicles to be introduced under the global Toyota bZ brand umbrella. Toyota has been in the electric game longer and better than anybody else, which is why the bZ4X is such an exciting entry into the segment. And the future? Well, if you haven't seen the all-new electrified 2024 Tacoma in the announcement last week, check out Toyota's webpage, and I expect a question or two on it from you later in the program. While I don't have anything to announce today, I think it's safe to say that Toyota has some great, exciting electrified models coming in the future. Once again, I can't thank you enough for joining us tonight, and we hope to deliver fun and an exciting peek at the in-stock bZ4X. To that end, our Director of Learning and Development, Michael Meller, and our EV Strategy Manager, Neil Polzin, have put together a video to introduce you to the all-new bZ4X. It will provide a tour of the car and expand further on Toyota's long history of electrification. When Mike and Neil are finished with their walk-around, we're going to take all your questions, so please stay tuned for the Q&A portion of the meeting. We look forward to answering anything that might be on your mind, and we'll be here as long as you need. We're also going to have some amazing giveaways and prizes, so stay tuned. Thanks again.
Thank you, Doug. Mike and I are excited to introduce to you the all-new bZ4X. As a world leader in electrification, Toyota has been a pioneer in developing technologies to minimize the impact on our world with harmful and warming emissions. From the original Prius to the first and second generation RAV4 EV, the IQ EV, the RAV4 and Prius Primes, the Mirai, and now the bZ4X, Toyota has a long, rich, and growing history with electrification. Mike, what's on the menu?
Thanks, Neil. I personally am very excited to share with our audience how exciting and innovative bZ is. And before we get too far into any of the other topics, let's cover some great additional benefits that come from bZ4X ownership. First of all, Toyota gives you Toyota Care, which is 2 years and 25,000 miles of all the services that this car is going to require. They're complimentary. On top of that, you also get 3 years of roadside assistance, which is tremendous. Not to mention the fact that because this car is electric, you can get into the carpool lane completely by yourself, which is great for us California drivers. In terms of tax rebates, you may qualify for up to $2,000 from California, and the federal tax credit is in place, which will refund 30% of the cost of the installation for a charger at your house, up to $1,000. So here is what's on the menu for today. We're going to cover 5 topics for bZ today. The first one is the trim levels and the different colors the car comes in. The second is the performance out of this baby. Great performance. Third, charging times and charging times. Everybody wants to know what that's all about. Very, very important for you guys. We have safety features and technology. And last but not least, this vehicle has got the most amazing interior and creature comforts. So Neil, let's get started.
Great. Well, we'll start with the trim levels and colors. The futuristic design of the bZ4X is sleek, functional, and powerful. It's available at Longo now in our showroom. When it comes to SUVs, this all-new and all-electric model is breaking the mold. Futuristic styling and designs, like the hammerhead shark shape that runs from the top of the hood to the top of the headlamps, give the bZ4X an alluring silhouette that's sure to stand out. The rear design commands attention thanks to the combination lamps, the rear hatch, and the bumper's trapezoidal theme, which extends all the way down to the tires. The bZ4X is offered in 2 grades, the XLE and the Limited. With the XLE offering at $42,000, it has an estimated range of 252 miles. It's available in both front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive with X mode. The fixed panoramic roof with sunshade comes standard, along with soft-tech fabric trim seats with abundant legroom, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatibility, 3-year remote connect along with 3 years of Drive Connect trials, and don't forget the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 system, a safety suite that includes the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane trace assist, road sign assist, and proactive driving assist.
And the Limited is offered at $46,700 with an estimated range of 242 miles. It is also available with front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and it comes with what's called X mode, which we'll talk about that more later. Now, this car has all of the features found on the XLE plus 20-inch alloy wheels, a 12.3-inch Toyota audio multimedia system. In the front, we got multi-LED projector low and high beam headlights. We have a panoramic view monitor system that allows you to see everything around the car when you're backing up or parking. And you can get the available split roof rear spoiler on the back, which is really, really great looking. On top of that, you get the standard 3-year remote connect and the 3-year Drive Connect trials. Digital key capability is available for the bZ, and very, very important for a lot of you out there is what are the color schemes. bZ comes in black, windshield pearl, elemental silver metallic, heavy metal, and my personal favorite, right here behind me, the supersonic red. Limited is also available with 2-tone variants such as this black rooftop that you see.
And now let's discuss safety features and technology. I really want to make sure we give a little bit more explanation to each of the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 features. The first up is pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. It's designed to help detect a vehicle, pedestrian, bicyclist, or even motorcyclist and provide an audio-visual forward collision warning. If you don't react, the system is designed to provide automatic emergency braking. Lane departure alert with steering assist is designed to issue an audio-visual lane departure warning if an inadvertent lane departure is detected. The system works above 30 miles an hour, and if a driver does not take the corrective action, it will provide a gentle corrective steering for lane keep assistance. In addition, using the intelligent camera, the road sign assist is designed to detect speed limit signs, stop signs, do not enter signs, even yield signs and certain warning signs, then displaying those icons of the sign on the multi-information display above the steering wheel.
And let's not forget about the highly advanced cruise control system. When engaged, the full-speed range dynamic radar cruise control system is an adaptive cruise control that is designed to set up at speeds above 20 miles per hour. It uses vehicle-to-vehicle distance control to help maintain a preset distance from the vehicle ahead of you to yourself. You couple that with lane tracing assist with the cruise control, and what you now have is a system that uses the lines on the road to help keep you within the lane as well as within the same distance of the vehicle that is directly ahead of you. While LTA is activated, you also have the emergency driving stop system, which comes into play. This is designed to monitor the driver's inputs, such as your steering operation. If this system determines that the driver is not attentive or not alert, and that the driver is not responding to the audible prompts, it can start the process of bringing the vehicle to a controlled stop. If that wasn't enough, bZ uses the vehicle's camera and radar to activate a proactive driving assist feature. This feature provides gentle braking into curves or gentle braking and or steering inputs to help support driving tasks such as distance control between your vehicle and others, and pedestrians and or cyclists. Last but not least, bZ has automatic high beams, my favorite. They're designed to detect the headlights of oncoming vehicles as well as the taillights of vehicles that are ahead of you. It automatically toggles back and forth between the high beams and the low beams, and it puts you in a place where you never forget to turn your high beams off.
Perfect. Thanks, Mike. Now let's talk about one of our favorite topics, performance. Not only will the bZ4X follow the path of its groundbreaking predecessors, but it can also go the distance. With the XLE front-wheel drive models having an EPA estimated range of 252 miles, and the Limited coming in a little bit less at 242 miles. Please note those extra features of the Limited add a little bit more weight, and that larger wheel size do come at the cost of about 10 miles of range. I made that calculation for my daily commute and decided the extra features were more than worth the trade-off. Much has been said about the range that you can expect out of an electric vehicle. And some critics out there feel that the 250 mile range of the bZ is just not enough. The truth is the range is directly comparable to other vehicles in the class like the ID.4 or the Hyundai Ioniq. The reason this seems to be the sweet spot for all the different manufacturers is the driving habits of about 95% of the US population are 35 to 45 miles a day. For those, the bZ offers ample range and can go as long as a week between full charges. Now, if you drive back and forth to Dallas every month to visit your kid in college, well, this might not be the car for you. But don't worry, we may have a RAV4 or Prius Prime we can interest you in.
In addition, bZ4X owners can experience fun-to-drive performance thanks to the high-capacity lithium-ion battery pack that has been placed flat under the floor. What this does is it gives the bZ a low center of gravity. An added feature that builds power for you is the regenerative braking with boost mode. In a nutshell, the bZ4X will harness the kinetic energy and recapture some of it every time you use the braking system, or if you're coasting the car. Now, what about wet, slippery, or snow-filled roads? The intelligent throttle with slip suppression is designed to help drivers maintain impressive control. What's more, the bZ4X has a new all-wheel drive system with X mode. It's an available feature that helps make the driving experience suited for everything from daily routine drives to light off-roading. With options from mud, deep snow, you will have the ability to go anywhere you want to and enjoy your wild off-roading adventures. Now that is something that Tesla does not offer at any price point.
It seems no stone was left unturned with the bZ, but we need to cover the charging types and the charging times that go with those. When it comes to powering up, there are plenty of options, including a 110 and 240 volt home and public chargers, as well as DC fast chargers in the public as well. All bZ4X models are equipped with the universal charger, that's the J1772, or the with CCS combined charging system socket. This is the universal charging standard that almost all manufacturers use. That allows for both home and public charging. There are 3 levels of chargers that you can use, the level 1, the level 2, and of course a level 3. Level 1 charging cable comes standard with the bZ, but offers the slowest charging times and is the most basic solution. This utilizes a standard wall plug at home, but a full charge from empty can take multiple days. It's still great for those who have minimal driving miles or for those who want an option they can take with them on the go. A level 2 charger is a simple and economic upgrade for the home that can save you time. You may utilize an existing 220 plug, commonly found in garages for a dryer. Alternatively, you may install a fresh plug in the perfect spot convenient for charging. After you attach the level 2 charger, this will drop the charging time to around 10 hours from empty, giving you the peace of mind and convenience of charging while you sleep and waking up to a full charge every day. If you're worried about the home install process, Toyota has partnered with Qmerit to help out. Simply head to qmerit.com, enter your home's information along with a few photos, and they will build you a complete quote that takes into considerations like variables of upgrading the electrical box if needed, and even the distance from the breaker to the plug and more. We recommend all potential EV buyers explore these home upgrade options before bringing home the vehicle. While for some, the move to electrical is as easy as using an existing 220 dryer plug, others may be facing large electrical upgrades, depending on the age of the home, and that will impact the decision-making process for you. If you choose to install a level 2 charger, the good news is you may qualify for the EV Charger Federal Tax Credit. Essentially, if you install an EV charging station at home, the tax credit is 30% of the cost of the hardware and installation, up to $1,000. And don't forget, this will raise the value of your home if you ever go to sell it in the future.
And then there's level 3 DC charging. These are the commercial chargers you can find around town at shopping centers or other locations. These super fast chargers will take your BZ to an 80% charge in approximately 30 minutes to 1 hour. It'll also add about a 200-mile range. This is perfect for a quick rest stop on a road trip or for getting your weekly charge while doing your grocery shopping. There are a number of charging networks available using the CCS plug compatible with the bZ, which is what we have right here. And I want to again mention the benefit of free, complimentary, and unlimited level 3 charging provided by Toyota at the first year at the EVgo stations. If the fastest level 3 charging rate is important to you, you'll want to direct yourself towards the front-wheel drive models. These have a max speed of 150 kilowatts per hour versus the all-wheel drive's max level of 100 kilowatts per hour. Now, when driving around town, drivers can rest easy knowing they can reach their destinations with peace of mind because the battery is designed for long-lasting performance. To help ensure this, Toyota added many measures to help protect cell integrity. For example, a cooling technique was implemented to maintain the optimal battery temperature. It's these small details that give Toyota the confidence to include an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the battery in the bZ4X. It is also important to note that when using the DC Level 3 fast charger, the battery software has been programmed to charge quickly up to the 80% mark. The remaining 20% comes in much, much slower. This process to charge that last 20% is designed to preserve battery life. This safety measure is in place to protect the performance and lifespan of the primary battery.
Sure, the bZ4X reduces emissions like all electric vehicles, but the efficiency doesn't stop there. In addition to the aerodynamic design choices and body weight reduction efforts, the engineering team wanted to keep energy-saving momentum going. So what did they do? They focused on developing systems and equipment that are designed to reduce the energy consumption and power used for other systems like heating. Standard and optional equipment like the seat and steering wheel heaters, the new front seat radiant foot and leg heater, help keep the driver and passengers comfortable without using excess energy to heat the cabin. With a tap of a smartphone, owners can use the Toyota app to access tons of features, like remotely starting the climate control while the car is still plugged in. This is especially useful in colder climates when drivers want to warm up the steering wheel and seats before entering their vehicles, or hotter climates like here in California where you want to cool the cabin. This will use power from the grid, leaving the juice in your battery for driving and range. Designed to make life easier, Remote Connect can also schedule a timer to activate for a daily routine. Plus, with the available digital key features, owners can easily start, lock, and even unlock their vehicles.
Neil, the one thing we can agree on is that styling and creature comforts are spectacular. The Toyota bZ4X features the new eTNGA BEV dedicated platform. Now that's a mouthful, but what it means is this. It has a long wheelbase, short overhangs, and it creates an open concept interior. It's fabulous inside. And in terms of proportions, bZ, it's a couple of inches smaller and shorter than the RAV4. It's a little bit bigger and larger than the new Corolla Cross Hybrid. And despite being slightly smaller than the RAV4, the bZ actually comes in with more interior space and more back row space and more compartment space than the RAV4. This is accomplished by harnessing the space savings of the electric drivetrain and shifting components to the front of the vehicle. This provides more space for the drivers, for the riders, the passengers, everybody. Now, bZ comes standard with rain-sensing wipers and an auto-dimming rearview mirror that reduces glare. And to raise your comfort efficiency, bZ4X Eco function uses less overall energy by adjusting the air temperature for the front passengers, while an available radiant foot and leg heater can quickly warm you up.
But the great features keep coming. The bZ is equipped with a single USB-A for media and charging, but then 4 additional USB-Cs to keep all of your passengers charged. If you'd rather go wireless, we have Qi wireless charging in the front seat that either the driver or passenger can take advantage of. With the bZ4X wireless smartphone compatibility, including both wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, you can use the multimedia system to get real-time traffic alerts, make directions, get calls, and send and receive messages, along with listening to music and staying focused while behind the wheel. Let's not forget about the panoramic moonroof. It's massive and opens up the cabin for amazing adventures or stargazing. Honestly, the bZ4X is the complete package, designed with electrifying style and appealing interiors, including seating for 5, spacious cargo capacity, and best of all, knowing you're working towards the change of a more sustainable future climate.
So Neil, the bottom line is that bZ is loaded with amazing technology, incredible features, great styling, legendary build, and the range you need to get to and from. It is built by the most trusted name in the automotive industry. But we're leaving out the greatest thing about bZ. It drives amazing. The eTNGA BEV dedicated platform provides you with a low center of gravity. Add to that platform the torque of an electric motor, and bang, you've got instant acceleration. The icing on the cake is brought to you by the suspension, which provides controlled steering inputs and amazing road feedback. Wow, bZ is an electric rocket that's both fun to drive and a pleasure to commute in. I've taken it home, Neil, multiple times, and the grin on my face, it's permanently plastered there.
Amazing is right. You know, that wraps it up for this pre-produced section of tonight's event. I think it's time to hear from you, our guests, and what questions you may have. And if you stay tuned, I think we even have a couple surprises in store. Let's go back to Doug for our live Q&A portion of the event coming up next. Thanks so much.
Thank you again.